You said you'd find me in the stars, but now I'm reaching out too far. Your voice is gone, but I still try to follow light across the sky. I close my eyes, you're in the air, you're everywhere, but never there. I drift, but still I feel the trace like gravity I can't replace. I can't see you, but I know you're near. I still feel you, even through the years. You're the silence after sound, the light that wraps around, and I believe we'll meet again somehow. You move beyond what I can touch, but even now I feel too much in every breath, in every fade. You're written in the stars we made. The distance doesn't pull apart, the thread is stitched into my heart. You're more than just a memory, you're the part that stays with me. I can't see you, but I know you're near. I still feel you, even through the fear. You're the silence after sound, the light that wraps around, and I believe we'll meet again somehow. Somewhere you'll be waiting. You're just out of reach again, but I still feel the space you're in. I trace your voice inside the light, 1,000 miles but still in sight. I turn, you're always just behind, like gravity that bends my mind. The closer I get, the more you fade, but I still fall, I still stay. I'm stuck in these orbital tears, spinning slow through all our years. You were here just feels the same. A sky that whispers out your name. The distance doesn't let me go. It holds me soft, it pulls me slow. You disappear, but never leave. You're everything I can't believe. I'm stuck in these orbital tears, spinning slow through all our years. You were here and then you slipped around my heart, but never in. You move like stars that never will end. Too far to touch, too close to stand. And I'm still caught in all your light, still crying where the dark feels bright. And I keep I clean the room, but you're still here. A voice remains, I thought I'd clear. Your touch is folded in my coat. The warmth is gone, but still it flows. Each time I breathe, you come back in, like dust that clings beneath my skin. I wipe the glass, but there you are, a ghost beneath a fading star. You're a dust memory, hiding where I thought you'd be. In the quiet, in the air, still alive but never there. You're a dust memory, caught in every part of me. I try to move, but every step reminds me of the love I kept. I hear your name in static waves. I walk the halls your echo made. Time moved on but didn't clean the space where all your words had been. You faded out but left a stain in songs and light and sudden rain. I close the past but find it still waiting where the silence spills. You're a dust memory, hiding where I thought you'd be. In the quiet, in the air, still alive but never there. You're a dust memory, caught in every part of me. I try to move, but every step reminds me of the love I kept. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's I used to think the light was gone, that nothing real would ever come. But somewhere past the endless gray, a whisper pulled my soul to stay. It didn't shine, it didn't burn, but something soft began to turn. And in the quiet of that space, I felt a warmth I couldn't place. Beyond the light, where shadows breathe, you found the part that still was me. You reached through all I left behind and lit the dark I thought was mine. Beyond the light, the colors bend, and I began to feel again The silence wrapped me like a shell, but even there I heard you well. Not loud or bright, but always near. You broke through everything I feared. I held my breath for far too long, but now I know I still belong. The stars don't speak, but they still show the paths where broken people go. Beyond the light, where shadows breathe, you found the part that still was me. You reached through all I left behind and lit the dark I thought was mine. Beyond the light, the colors bend, and I began to feel again a voice I thought I'd lost for good. You brought it back, I understood. I see it now. And I walked I stood where time forgot to move, where nothing left was mine to prove. The echoes tried to hold me in, but I let go and shed my skin. You were a voice I couldn't leave, but now you're just a memory. I loved you in 1,000 ways, but love can't stay where light decays. So goodbye, goodbye, can I mention where I kept all my suspension? No more floating in between, no more chasing endless dreams. So goodbye, goodbye, illusion. You were my final confusion. Now I step into the real. Letting go is how I heal. I watched the stars all disappear and realized I held them near, but they were never truly mine. Just borrowed hope from borrowed time. And I whispered every word in fear. Now silence is the sound I hear. Not empty, just finally free. No more what will never be. So goodbye, goodbye, dimension where I kept all my suspension. No more floating in between, no more chasing endless dreams. So goodbye, goodbye, illusion. You were my final confusion. Now I step into the real. Letting go is how I heal. I walk away, and I don't thought the line was dead and gone. No light, no pulse, just moving on. But then a whisper cut the dark, a signal sparked beneath the scars. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, but I could feel you pulling near. A sound that slipped between the night, a ghost in waves of satellite. Phantom signal in my mind, I try to leave, you still rewind. Fading in and out of range, but something says you're not as strange. Are you calling through the void? Or just the echo I avoid? Either way I feel it real. A phantom I can't help but feel. You broke the static with your name, a glitch that still recalls the flame. I reach but nothing's ever there, just coded fragments in the air. Still I wait for one more sound, a reason not to turn around. It hurts to hope, but worse to lose a voice I never meant to choose. Phantom signal in my mind, I try to leave, you still rewind. Fading in and out of range, but something says you're not as strange. Are you calling through the void? Or just the echo I avoid? Even if you're not still true, the signal feels too much like you. Still. I thought I'd seen the edge of pain, but you appear in light again. A flash of what I left behind, still orbiting inside my mind. So many stars I didn't see, until the dark revealed to me the parts of us I tried to hide now shine from somewhere deep inside. Deep field where memories breathe. You're the ghost I still believe, far away but burning true. Every light reminds me of you. Deep field in silence. to me. You stretched across the stars so far, but always stayed right where you are. Deep field where memories breathe. You're the ghost I still believe, far away but burning true. Every light reminds me of you. Deep field in silence, why still feel you in the tide, though you're lost in time and space. You're the depth I can't replace, and I keep looking. I passed the light and lost my way, burned too close then pulled away. No stars to guide, no path to trace, just echoes floating into space. I thought the sun would light me through, but all it did was shadow you. Now every spin just feels the same, a solar drift without a name. I'm floating through the solar drift, no gravity, no pull, no lift, just heat that left and didn't stay, a light that slowly fades to gray. I'm caught between the burn and freeze, a ghost among collapsing seas, still turning but without a spin, still searching where I've never been. The orbit cracked, the axis broke, my words dissolve in trails of smoke. No tether left to hold me in, no voice remains beneath my skin. I watched the flare, I felt the flame, but after fire it's not the same. Now I just drift from day to night, a lost reflection in the light. I'm floating through the solar drift, no gravity, no pull, no lift, just heat that left and didn't stay, a light that slowly fades to gray. I'm caught between the burn and freeze, a ghost among collapsing seas, still turning but dream, just silent break. I thought that I would disappear, but something bloomed inside the fear. It wasn't loud, it wasn't bright, but deep inside it sparked a light, a fragile bloom in frozen ground where nothing else was left around. This is my terminal bloom in the heart of fading room. One last breath before I fall, but I will rise above it all. This is the end, yet it's alive, a burst of color in the dive. If I must break, then let me shine. One final bloom, this heart is mine. I wore the cold like second skin, but life still pushed its way within. A whisper grew into a flame, and from the cracks I called your name. No one saw and no one knew, but something soft in me still grew. Not loud enough to change the fate, but bold enough to radiate. This is my terminal bloom in the heart of fading room. One last breath before I fall, but I will rise above it all. This is the end, yet it's alive, a burst of color in the dive. If I must break, then let me shine. One final bloom, this heart is mine. Let it break, let it bloom. I floated far beyond the light, through endless dark, through silent flight. But now the air feels close again. I sense the ground beneath the end. No sparks, no flame, just steady fall. No rush, no fear, I felt it all. And as I near the final sound, I know my heart is landing now. This is my touchdown, no more flight, no more drifting out of sight. I reach the place where silence slips and find the peace the falling gives. I touch the world Each breath is real, each step is slow, but I'm not broken. Just let go. The flow was long, the dark was wide, but now I walk and not just